Hello, fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle for the 10th Sunday, the 10th of October 2021. It's actually 10 o'clock as well, so it's 10:10, and it's also 10 a.m. here in Bangkok. And today we're going to be attacking the Observer Sudoku because the Guardian doesn't publish on Sundays. I was looking for a news story because I like to mention one news story with the Guardian or the Observer Sudoku puzzle, and couldn't find anything. Really couldn't find anything that I wanted to talk about today. And since today is actually my 60th birthday, I thought I'd have a look back and see what was happening on the 10th of October in 1961, and see what was going on that day, if anything had happened that will be, mildly important or whatever. And I noticed that it was the day when Edward Heath, Ted Heath, as we mostly called him, who in those days this was before he was the Prime Minister, he was the Lord Privy Seal and the head of the British delegation, actually began negotiations with the European Economic Community for Britain to join. And the Tories took us in and the Tories took us out, in, out, in, out, and we shook it all about while there, I guess. And it's a long and momentous journey. Unfortunately, Britain has now left, I think, to its detriment overall. Of course, it definitely wasn't a perfect organisation, but I think, on balance, provided lots of safeguards for people, although it is a very kind of capitalist organisation in many ways, and so it's definitely not perfect. Right, anyway, Britain now has to go it alone, so good luck to Britain. And let's get on with our Sudoku puzzle, shall we? And if you've never played Sudoku before, I'll quickly explain that each of these rows has 9 squares across, each of these columns has 9 squares down, and then we have these blocks here which also have 9 squares, and we fit numbers 1 to 9 in there. Now, I have no idea, no indication whatsoever about the level of this game because the Observer doesn't give us any insight into its rating, and so just have to play the game, not knowing whether it's easy, medium, or hard, or expert level, or just an absolute beginner's puzzle. I have really no idea. So I shall be explaining a lot of the stuff as I go through, in case it turns out to be an easy level puzzle. If it turns out to be a difficult level puzzle, well, I should be silent as I scratch my head. Okay, so let's see. 1 blocks across this row here. What do I mean? 1 can only appear once in this row, and so can't appear in any of these 3 squares. Same here. This 1 appears in this row, so is blocked from these 3 squares. We have a 1 blocking up here. If you imagine a kind of blocking pattern, if you're a beginner, blocked, blocked, and blocked. And so a 1 has to appear here. And now we can take that 1 that we've just filled in and say it can't appear again in this column. No 1 can appear in this column, and so we know that that square there has got to be a 1. I do immediately notice 1 and 7 blocking up here and 1 and 7 blocking along here, so I know that these 2 squares happen to be 1 and 7. I'm not sure if that's going to give me anything useful. Yes, it is, because look, here's an 8 blocking up here. Okay, so look, let's see this. 1 and 7 block up here, 1 and 7 block up here, so 1 and 7 must be in these 2 squares here. 8 blocks up here, so this is the only remaining square. We can immediately place that 8 here because we know 1 and 7 are in those 2 squares. Don't know which way round yet, but they're in there. Right, let's have a look. I haven't really got to grips with this yet. I'm just those are just something. That's just something that I saw very early on. Let's see. Okay, 8 blocks across here, 8 blocks across here. There's 1 empty square here, so we can place that 8 here like this. Ah, this might turn out to be quite an interesting puzzle, actually. From time to time, as I said, the observer is very random with its Sudoku puzzles. Sometimes they're really hard, sometimes they're very easy. Um, we just have to play to find out. Okay, so what I can say is there are 3 empty squares here. The missing numbers are 2, we don't have a 2, 4, we don't have a 4, and 7. But look, here we have 2 and 4 blocking this square here. It's not 2, it's not 4. It must be 7. And now, so this 2 stops this square from being a 2, so the 2 goes here, and the 4 goes here. I don't think this is an easy level puzzle. If it was an easy level puzzle, I'd have done quite a lot by now, and I haven't. So I'm guessing it's going to turn out to be quite a tough one. Okay, 1 blocks across here, right? So this square cannot be 1. Now, 1 also cannot be in these squares, so it must be in one of these 2 squares. It blocks down here, so 1 is in one of these 2 squares. So we have a 1 blocking along here. So 1 blocking along here, and down here. So that's going to give us a 1 there. Now 1 blocking up this column, 1 blocking up this column, gives us a 1 there. Now 7 blocks this square, but we don't yet have a 7 in this column, and so 7 must go in the last available square there. And the other missing number in this column is a 5, so we'll place our 5 there. Seven blocks up here now, so that will give us a 7 in that square. 7 blocks across here and across here, 7 will be there. Now we must be able to get this number, right, because we have 3 missing numbers here that we know. The missing numbers are 3, 4, and 9. Okay, in here are 3, 4, and 9. Can't place them yet, but I know they're in there somewhere. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no 5 yet, so this has to be a 5. Seven blocks across here and down here. So 7's got to be in one of these 2 squares here, right? So now if it's down here, we're going to block down here, 7 blocking down here, and 7 blocking across here. So that's going to give us a 7 to place there. This 5 blocks this square here, this 5 blocks this square here, and this 5 blocks this square here. So that's a 5 in that column there. And now 5 blocking here, 5 blocking here. That's going to give us a 5 there. Okay. 3 stops this from being a 3, so 3 goes here. 2 is the last number here. I think this is going to, maybe it will be an easier game after all. It just took a little while to get into it, maybe. So what's missing along here? 1 here or here? 2. Okay, we don't yet have a 2 in this row, but we've got a blocking 2 and intersecting 2 here. So 2's got to go there. Now 1 must be here. And the last number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't have an 8 yet, so let's put that in. 8 blocking up here, 8 down here, 8 across here. Will give us an 8 there. 8 across will give us an 8 here. 8 up this column, 8 across this row, gives us an 8 to fill in there. Missing from this column are, I believe, 4 and 6. No, sorry, 6 and 9. I take that back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 6. So okay, 6 and 9. Now 6 clearly blocks this square, so 6 has to go here like this, and a 9 has to go there. We don't have a 3 in this column yet, a row yet, sorry. So 3 blocks this square, so we know that 3 has to go there. The last number to get across here is a 4. This 4 blocks this square here, so 4 goes here, and the last number to get here is a 9. That 9 blocks across here, 9 blocks down here, that's going to give us a 9 here. It was an easy level puzzle after all, I think. Not too taxing, I would suggest. Of course, it's not finished yet. You should never really say that, because it's not over yet, and you know, it's not over till it's over, as sports commentators have often noted to their chagrin. But I have a feeling this one's not gonna put up too much of a fight. Okay, this 1 blocks down here now, 1 blocks across here, so that gives us a 1 in this square. Missing numbers here, 1, 2, 3, so we're missing 4, 6 and 9. 9, 4, 6, okay, 1 of each. So we'll not deal with that for the moment. Let's work somewhere else. Okay, we have 3 blocking across this row here, and so that's going to put a 3 here now. Right. So missing numbers in these 2 squares have to be 6 and 9, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 6, 7, 8, no, 9. 6 and 9 here. So 1, 2, 3. We don't have a 4 yet. This is a 6 and 9, so we know that this has to be a 4. Or you could just say 4 blocks along this row here, whichever way you want to look at it. Excuse the background interruptions of people buying old air conditioners and old refrigerators. And washing machines. Okay. Right, 9 blocks across here like this, so this is our 9 here, and then 9 blocking here, 9 blocking here, so 9 goes there. 6 stops this from being a 6, so 6 is there, 4 is there. 4 blocks across here, that's our 4 there now. 3 blocks this square from being a 3. I hear a meowing kitty outside. I'm not sure if the microphone is picking that up, but anyway, it's very distracting. 5 blocking up here. Kittens have a way of meowing that makes you want to pick them up and look after them, unfortunately. 5 blocks this square, 5 blocks this square, 5 blocks this square. I can see a 5 going here. 1 number to get here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No 6 just yet, so we'll put that in now. And now 6 blocks this square here, so 6 goes there. 2 is the last number to get there. That means 2 blocks this square, so this is a 2. 3 is the last number to get in this block. 3 blocks up here, that's a 3 there. Almost done now, just a little bit more to do. 1 number is missing from this column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not seeing a 6, so that must be the missing number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 goes there. just 4 empty cells to fill in, and what's missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6 and 7. So 6 blocks this square here. 6 is there. 7 is there. 7 stops that. And the last number to get is a 5. Let's hope I haven't made any mistakes today. I'm far too old to be making mistakes in Sudoku. That's never the case, by the way, of course. No matter how old you get, you're always going to make more mistakes. Probably the older you, the more mistakes you'll make, actually. Okay, so thank you for joining me for today's birthday Sudoku on my part. And I should be contemplating things I've done or not done over the past 60 years for the rest of the day, as people bombard me on Facebook with birthday messages. So thank you very much, and bye bye.